Hey, so we now have access to BioDigital, which is this really cool 3D modeling program. It's in your browser and it lets you look at anatomy structures and play with them and alter them yourself. There are also a whole bunch of tutorial animations and models that are really cool to explore. You will first make your account by going through this email that you'll get from BioDigital. You hit join now. I'm logged into my account. This is your landing page, and it has all the structures that you can edit up here, and then the tutorials down here. This Explore tab is just another way of looking at the same stuff. You can go into Anatomy by Systems. For our video assignments, you can just go ahead and click Customize in Studio. You can also view the model first, and there's an option to go in Customize from there. But it gives you all of the structures in this whole system. You can decide what you want to show in this model, add labels to it, and color code groups of structures. These are your selection modes up at the top. If I click on the hide mode, then anything I click on will be hidden. And there's an undo button for anything that I do in case I hide something that I didn't want to hide. If I click on label mode, then anything I click on will just be labeled with whatever it is. Some of our structures we will need to rename because they aren't quite specific enough. Like, for example, the aortic arch, the ascending aorta, descending aorta, it all just calls it aorta. So this is where you can edit the title of your labels. And then you can add a description like where the blood is flowing to and from through the structure. For example, if I want to get rid of a bunch of this stuff, make it a little bit easier to look at, I can go into the anatomy tree here and just hide whole groups of structure, venous system, and all of these get really specific. We can look at particular coronary arteries and veins, down to the branches of the right coronary artery. So this is really cool to use to look at how all these structures connect in 3 dimensions. You can also right-click to hide something or fade it if you just want it to look kind of like a clear ghost. I just want to hide it. I can add my labels. And the other way that you can organize things in your model is by color coding. If you want to use this paint option, like say I wanted to show a whole bunch of the systemic circuit vessels or vessels that are returning blood to the right side of the heart, I can color code everything by clicking on this paint tool and selecting what color I want. Then I just click on the things that I want to paint. Yellow doesn't really show up that good. Let's do cyan. And then once I'm done color coding, I have to go back into chapters, edit text, and that's where I can add my legend. Scroll down to the bottom and hit add item. And then it makes you pick your color off of this color slider thing. I don't usually go by the hex code, but just something that's kind of close enough. And I will say right side venous return or something like that, whatever it is that I'm showing and in my color coding. Then you just hit done. As soon as you're done color coding and labeling everything, if you want to duplicate the chapter, add more chapters, the chapters are just individual models, like slides in a PowerPoint presentation. I only need one right now, so I'm just going to stop there. You hit save, type in the name of your model, make sure that your team can view your model so you can get credit for doing it, and then hit save. There's tons of tools you can play around with. It's a super powerful tool and super fun to explore. So have fun.